discussed up to Arthropoda, and today we are discussing the last three phylums of non-chordates: Mollusca, echinodermata, hemichordata. So first let's see some common features. First thing is level of organization. All the three phylums, the highest level of organization, that is organ system. And then about symmetry: Mollusca bilateral, echinoderms radial, but their larvae is what? Bilateral, and hemichordata bilateral symmetry. And then germ layers, all the phylums are triploblastic. Then about coelom, mesodermally derived true coelom is present. That means what? Eucoelomate animals. And then circulatory system, it is an open type. All the three phylums, open type of circulatory system. And then their habitat. In Mollusca, both forms are there. That means some are terrestrial while others are aquatic. And this aquatic can be either what? Marine or salt water or fresh water. And then echinodermata, this thing is important because they are exclusively what? Marine. And hemichordata also what? Marine. And then reproduction related features, all the three phylums. Which mode of reproduction? Sexual mode of reproduction. And then their members are mostly they are dioecious. That means sexes are separate. Okay. And then fertilization in Mollusca, both forms are there. That means some are showing external fertilization while others are internal fertilization. While this echinoderms and hemichordata only external fertilization. And then their development, it is indirect. It means what? Before becoming an adult, an intermediate stage is there, that is the larval stage is present. So all the three phylums, which type of development? Indirect development. And then the unique features of each phylum. First, Mollusca. This is the second largest phylum. Which is the largest phylum? Arthropoda. Okay. And the second largest phylum is Mollusca. And then in some members, their body is covered by calcareous shell. Calcareous means what? It is made of calcium carbonate. And then parts of the body, head part is there, and then visceral hump is there, and then what? Muscular foot. See, these are the different parts. Head is present, this is the head part, and then this is what? Foot, and this structure is visceral hump. What is this visceral hump? This is the part that carry viscera. Viscera means internal organs. Okay. Then another thing is important here. This visceral hump. Suppose if this is the visceral hump, this visceral hump is externally covered by a soft spongy layer of skin. And that soft spongy layer of skin is called mantle, or it is also called as pallium. And see this mantle or pallium that encloses a cavity, and this cavity is called as mantle cavity or pallial cavity. This is called as mantle cavity or what? Pallial cavity. Then this mantle cavity or pallial cavity carry an important structure which is called ctenidia. They are feather-like gills. So this structure is called as ctenidia. And their function is respiration and excretion. Okay. So three parts are there: head, visceral hump, and what? Muscular foot. Then I told you this visceral hump is covered by soft spongy layer of skin. It is called as what? Mantle or pallium, which encloses a cavity called what? Mantle cavity or pallial cavity. And then this mantle cavity carry feather-like gills or ctenidia, which play a role in respiration and excretion. Okay. And then another important structure is present, which is called radula. This is the rasping organ. That means the organ which is used to scrape food particles. So this is a feeding organ. So what is radula? Rasping or feeding organ in mouth is called as radula. Okay. And then examples. First one is Phyla globosa or apple snail. And then this is the pink chada or pearl oyster. And then sepia or cuttlefish. And then loligo, that is what? Squid. And then the next example is octopus or devilfish. And then this is the sea hare. And this is called as sea hare because of its appearance. That is, hare means a rabbit. Okay. So aplysia of sea hare. And then dentalium or tusk shell. Here also on the basis of the appearance, because this is like the tusk of an elephant. So, and the last example is Chaetopleura or chitin. Okay. So this is about the examples of phylum Mollusca. And the next phylum is echinodermata, derived from two words, echinus and dermis. Echinus means spines and dermis means skin. So they are spiny skinned animals. So like this. So these are the spines. So they are spiny skinned animals. And then these spines are not exoskeletal structures. Instead, it is an endoskeletal structure made of calcareous ossicles. Calcareous means what? Calcium carbonate, and ossicles means bony. So these spines are endoskeletal structures made of calcareous ossicles. Okay. And then the position of mouth is important. Mouth is ventral while anus is dorsal. That is, see, this is the organism. And this is the dorsal surface, right? Dorsal surface carry what? Anus. And this is the ventral surface, and this ventral surface carry what? Mouth. One more thing, mouth carrying surface is called as oral surface, and anus carrying surface is called as aboral surface. Okay. So location of mouth is ventral or oral surface, and location of anus is dorsal or aboral surface. Clear? And then the next thing is very important. Presence of water vascular system play role in what? Locomotion. Other functions are also there, respiration and excretion. So water transport system or water canal system is seen in which phylum? Phylum Porifera or sponges. So that thing we discussed. And this is water vascular system, which is the characteristic feature of phylum Echinodermata. Okay. And this is the water vascular system. Actually, this is not in your syllabus, but let's just go through that. Okay. So water vascular system, it begins with an opening called madreporite. So this is the opening called what? Madreporite. And through this opening, water enters. And from madreporite, the water will be taken by another small canal, which is called as stone canal. So this is the stone canal. Okay. And from stone canal, the water will be transferred to another canal called ring canal. So this is the ring canal. Clear? So from madreporite, the water will be taken by stone canal, and from stone canal, it will be transported to ring canal. Then from ring canal, water will be transported to different arms of the organism through another canal called radial canal. So these are the radial canals. And then finally, from radial canal, it will be transported to the structures called tube feet. So these are the tube feet. Okay. So what happens here is, when water enters tube feet, it becomes firm and erect, which enable the organism to move. Clear? So that is the primary role of water transport system is locomotion. And since the water with dissolved oxygen is entering into our body, it play a role in respiration and then what? Excretion also. So let's see the pathway of water in water canal system, water vascular system. That is, the first opening is the madreporite, and from madreporite it will be taken by stone canal. Then what? After stone canal, it will be transported to ring canal, and then to what? Radial canal, and finally the structures called tube feet. So this is about the transport of or the pathway of water in water vascular system. And then examples of echinoderms. First one is asterias or starfish, and then second one is echinus or sea urchin, and third one is antedon or sea lily, and fourth one is cucumaria or sea cucumber, and the last one is ophiura or brittle star. Okay. And then the last phylum of non-chordate, hemichordata. Unique features: cylindrical body, 3 parts of body, that is proboscis, then collar, and then what? Trunk. Okay. And then respiration with the help of gills, and excretion with the help of structure called proboscis gland. And then one more thing. This hemichordata, it was once considered as a phylum under what? Chordate. Okay. Why? Because of the presence of a particular structure called stomochord, and now this is called as buccal diverticulum. Okay. And this stomochord was mistaken as notochord. But later, the studies revealed that this stomochord is not notochord. Instead, this is a tubular outgrowth from mouth cavity that extends to proboscis and provide support to that organism. Okay, and now it is under non-chordate as separate phylum. And then another thing is hemichordata means half chordate, or this can be considered as the connecting link between chordate and non-chordate. What is a connecting link? This is the organism that carry the characters of two different groups. Okay, so here this hemichordata members, they carry both chordate as well as non-chordate features. Chordate features are pharyngeal gill slits and dorsal nerve cord, and non-chordate features are open circulatory system and indirect development. Okay, that is why they considered as the connecting link between chordates and non-chordates. Other connecting links are also there. Viruses, they are the connecting link between living and non-living. Why? Because they carry both living and non-living features. And then euglena, they are the connecting link of both plants and animals, because they carry both plants and animal features. So just like that, hemichordata, since it carries both chordate and non-chordate features, they are considered as the connecting link between chordates and non-chordates. And then the examples, melanoglossus and sarcoglossus. Okay, so we finished all the phylums under non-chordates, and in our next video we will discuss about chordates. Okay.